Good morning, students. I'm Prishna ma'am. Welcome to my English class. Today we are going to learn chapter 2 of Hornbill, and the name of the chapter is We Are Not Afraid to Die If We Can All Be Together. This chapter is written by Gordon Cook and Alan East. Okay, and the story is an account from The Schooner to the Southern Ocean, written by the narrator, which is his sea voyage account. Now let's see what will we learn in this chapter. First of all, we will learn what is the aim. What is the aim of this chapter? Because whatever we read, whatever we study, there should be an aim for that. So the aim of the story is that the narrator, that is Captain Gordon Cook. Gordon Cook, he wanted to reenact the sea voyage journey undertaken 200 years before by Captain James Cook. He was very much inspired by that journey, and 200 years later he wanted to copy the same journey. So this time he decided to take his small family with him. Now, after that we will see the characters. In the character, he went along with his small family, small but brave family. Okay, in that family it consisted of the narrator, who was 37 years old, and he was a businessman. And there was his wife, Mary. Mary was a very dedicated wife, because whatever her husband does, she will simply follow that and she will listen to her husband. Now there was their daughter, Suzanne. Suzanne was only 7 years old, but she was a very brave girl, and we will know about her more when we go inside the chapter. And along with them there was Jonathan, their son, who was only 6 years old. But even though he was only 6 years old, children, do you know the title of the story was derived from a sentence told by Jonathan himself. Small boy, while taking the journey, there was some mishaps, okay, and in that he motivated his, he gave strength to his father, that father, okay, don't worry, we are not afraid to die if we can all be together. Means he made up his mind that he is ready to die along with his family when the family is together. So he says, Papa, don't worry, we are not afraid. Okay, and along with that, there were two more characters who will follow them in between the journey. In the middle of the journey, when they arrive to the Cape Town, they will take two crewmen. That is, one is American, Larry Vigil, and the second one is a Swiss person, Herb Siegel. So they will take these two persons along with them to help them in the journey. So now let's see what will we learn in this chapter. First of all, I told you what is the aim of the journey. Okay, second one, the characters. Third one, we will learn the detail of the journey, and we will learn about the detail of journey when we read the chapter. I'll tell you about it later in your other video tomorrow. Okay, and in that video we will learn about the name and feature of the boat by which the journey was undertaken, and the route also will be covered in that part. Children, further in this story, in this book, we will also learn what happened to them. What happened to them? Well, this is an adventurous story, and while you will study, while you read the book, you will see that many things happened to them, and they went through a lot of things, and they faced near death in that voyage. And we will also study what steps were taken by them. What steps were taken by them and how they survived. In this story, the narrator has very well explained how optimism, determination, and strong willpower taken by anybody can let them come out of the stress and come out of the mishaps. So now in very, very short, I'll just tell you a summary of the story. That is, now children, Gordon Cook along with his wife, they started the journey in 1976, and the journey was not started like that. They spent 16 golden years of their youth honing their seafaring skills before they start this journey. Now, what is this honing their seafaring skills? You will find this phrase in your book when you learn that, and tomorrow I'll cover those lines. Honing seafaring skills means they practice their skills to take journey on sea, means whatever they have to handle there. They practice there. They practice the seafaring skills on the British seas. So when they take the journey and when they face any problem, they can tackle that, they can handle that. So finally they started for the voyage, and they took their children, Suzanne and Jonathan, with them. Now the journey was planned for 3 years. Okay, for 3 years, and the first part of the journey, that is from Plymouth to Cape Town, it went out very pleasantly. It was a very happy journey, and they covered 105,000 kilometers in that journey. Now that was the first part of the journey. First part of the journey, it went very well. When they arrived at Cape Town, they knew that now they have to enter into the most dangerous ocean, that is the Southern Indian Ocean. Children, Southern Indian Ocean is very difficult to travel, but when they have to take the world voyage, they have to enter into that sea. So when they reached Cape Town, they decided that they cannot travel with the family alone. Now they have to take professional help. So they hired 2 crewmen. One was American crewman whose name was Larry Vigil, and the second was a Swiss crewman whose name was Herb Siegler. So both of them hired these 2 people to help them handle the journey after that. So this is the first part of the journey. That was a happy ending of the journey. So now tomorrow I'll continue with the second part of the journey, that is the real thrilling, where all these things come from. Okay, and that journey will start from Cape Town onwards, and I will cover that journey tomorrow. Until that time, thank you very much for listening to me. See you tomorrow. Have a good day, children.